Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Sarah Duvall channel, talking about recovering from anorexia. Yes, it is possible even if you are full-blown anorexic, having problems, super skinny, you can recover. It is totally possible. I am living proof of that because I was little. If you're new to my channel, that's pretty much what I talk about, is how to recover from anorexia, because I was anorexic for 10 years basically, and I have recovered. I must say a full recovery, in fact, and I'm living a very happy, healthy life, which I didn't think was going to be possible when I was in full-blown anorexia. So, subscribe to my channel, please, and push the like button on all that good stuff, and we'll get started. Because right now I'm on my part 4 of my story, which is taking a lot longer than I originally planned for it to take, because I think I just got a little too detailed. And this will be the last part of my story, which I'm going to fly through it kind of, and get more into more relatable, like, positions. Basically, I want to explain some stuff and talk about stuff that I was feeling when I was anorexic, and see if maybe they're relatable to you, and be like, oh my gosh, I'm in that same situation. And basically, I'm trying to say that even if you are full-blown anorexic and you're having these same feelings, and you feel like there's no way to recover, I want to tell you that there is a way to recover, because I did. Okay, so enough gabbing about that. Let's talk about part 4 of my pretty much the worst year for my anorexia. One of my worst years. My 1 year, the next worst year was probably the year that right before I started recovering. It's like a, you know, like the climb to the very top is like the hardest. You're the most tired. You know the top is right there, but that's when you start struggling the most. That's kind of what that 1 year is. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about year 2008. And excuse my bangs. I just straightened my hair out, and like this is what's going on right now, and you're going to see me brush my bangs away from my face a lot. I'm so sorry. I know it's probably annoying. Anyway, so if you haven't watched my previous videos, part 1, 2, 3, you might want to watch those just so you're kind of caught up. If not, it doesn't really matter. I'm just talking about struggles. Okay, so the last part of the year. So after summer, we decided that we were going to take a Walt Disney World trip, which we haven't gone on since 2005. So now it's 2008, so 3 years later. 2005 was normal, 2008, anorexic. Yeah, pretty bad anorexic. I'll try to find some pictures to put in of our trip there so you can see how small. Okay, so here's a relatable thing. When you're going through an eating disorder, whatever it may be, most of the time anorexics, we have a routine that we follow. You got a morning routine, which is like usually working out, eating a certain kind of food every single day. Most of the time. Sometimes I guess people change it up. I don't know. That's what I did. I was an every single day person, had the same kind of food, which I kind of always did, even when I was little. Anyway, moving on. But your routine is like, you know what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, how you're going to eat it, and you know that you're not going to be around anyone else, because that's what you do. You don't eat in front of people. Then you go work out, and then you hide, maybe don't eat anything, maybe a teeny tiny little snack or something, then you go work out. And then dinner time comes around, you kind of frail around a little bit, grab you some kind of small something to keep you going for the next day, then you work out. Then you go to bed and start the whole thing over again. Well, going and planning a trip is very, 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 very stressful if you have an eating disorder that involves working out secretly and eating secretly or not eating secretly. That can be pretty bad. It can be very stressful. My camera wheeling, because your routine is going to be totally changed. So the whole time that we're planning this trip, I'm not really even enjoying planning it, because the whole time I'm thinking, how am I going to do my workouts? How am I not going to eat in front of them? Because it's just my mom and my sister and me, and we're going to be together like everywhere in the room. Yeah, that's what I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I was restricting really bad before we left, and anyway, yeah, I was restricting really bad when I left, and I would do like as much workouts as I could the day of leaving, and which was on a plane. So that was already, I was just in high anxiety mode already before we even got there. And Disney World is like my favorite place. If you know me, if any of y'all know me, which some of y'all probably don't, I'm a Disney fanatic. I basically grew up going to Disney World and went a lot. Um, so this was pretty bad because I was going to my favorite place and I was in a bad health and I couldn't even enjoy it. My favorite place, and I couldn't even enjoy going because of the eating disorder was ruining it for me. So I tried my hardest on this trip. It was like a 9-day trip, maybe shorter than that. I don't know. I tried my hardest not to eat certain things, hide certain foods, throw away what I could possibly throw away without eating it, exercising at the most in the bathroom, or when I had a chance to be in the resort room by myself. I would try to work out best I could. Didn't always work out. I got only just a few things. And of course, I ended up eating a heck of a lot more than I usually do, just because I had to. There's no getting around it. They were watching every single move I made because they knew I was going through anorexia, and I knew I was going through anorexia, and I knew that I was trying to do my best to hide it from them, that I was still trying not to eat. But, you know, as much as I love my family, I adore them, and I know how much they care about me, and that's why they were so upset that I was even going through that in the first place, is they didn't realize that when you're going through anorexia, eating large amounts is not healthy because your body is not used to that. Eating large amounts and foods that you're not used to eating is totally not healthy for you because it could block up your system. It could cause you to have a heart attack, actually, because your heart's not used to pumping that much through anymore. Your metabolism's slow, and your stomach acids are probably not as strong because your body's smart. It adapts. It realizes, hey, I'm not getting that much food, so I don't need this powerful acid anymore. I can just kind of do, minor acid. I don't know what, I'm not a, I don't know all the bodily functions and all, but it seems like that's what happened to me. So I ended up getting really, really badly constipated. Bad. Like 5 days of no go to the bathroom, maybe even a week. I don't know, it was long, but my sister actually was that way too. I don't know, she was just stressed probably about me. But yeah, constipation is not fun when you're anorexic. Because it's like, all I kept saying is like, where's this food going? Because I'm putting it in, but nothing's coming out. And it was like painful because my stomach started to get distended, which is, again, a very anxious thing for, don't, ow, a very anxious thing for anorexic to go through because you're seeing a stomach blowing up pretty much. And it was like, what in the heck are we going to do? Because I can't, well, I kind of wanted to use it as an excuse because like I can't eat anymore. I'm feeling really full and stuffed, even though it's just, can't poop. So I kind of used that to my advantage, even though that's the eating disorder mind thinking, it's like, oh good, we can use this to say that your stomach's hurting because, you're constipated. And I used it a little bit, and it was fun because I really was constipated. We ended up getting a medicine called Dulcolax that helped. Very fond memory of that night because we both took the medicine at the same time. And it took effect about 11 o'clock on one of our nights there. And yeah, that was pretty bad, if you can imagine that. Anywho, the rest of the trip went okay. It was just basically that. Using the bathroom, stomach hurt, trying to work out when I can. Not really enjoying it the way I wanted to enjoy Walt Disney World, the way I used to enjoy it. It was just not fun. And it was just like, this eating disorder took away my joy of one of my favorite places. Because I wasn't just relaxed. I was constantly thinking about how many calories did that have? How much did I eat of this? Man, I'm going to have to think of a new routine when I get home. And that kind of stuff. Which, going on a trip actually did help too, in a way, because I did have to change my routine. Because I was stuck in a rut doing the same old thing all the time. That's Nancy. No, that's Marie. So when we got home, of course, I didn't want to eat anything. I just wanted to do a good workout because I've been missing them. And the same thing kind of happened, or just kept going on. I never really changed much after that, because Christmas came around, and holidays are very stressful for people with eating disorders anyway, because it's like, especially Christmas time, because a lot of things done around Christmas time are based around food and eating and cookies and, you know, having fun. That's the point of Christmas, is, you know, you have fun. And, well, the true point of Christmas is, you know, celebrating Jesus Christ's birth, which I am Christian, so I truly believe in all that, and I believe in healing and prayer and all that, so I talk to God a lot. Sorry, my cats are really disturbing me. Anywho, so I had to use prayer a lot when I was going through anorexia, because that's the only, I felt that was the only person I could go to, was, you know, God, to talk, and I asked him to give me strength to get through this, to overcome it, and I did get a little better come 2013-14. I started to gain a little bit of weight, but not much. I still didn't like how my arms looked. I didn't like, sorry, my brother just texted me. I didn't like how my back looked, my face looked. I liked that, you know, I had a flat stomach, I guess. But that's pretty much it. I was miserable because I hated getting up, because I knew I had routines to do. Workout routines, eating routines, all those routines in there. I was exhausted. I really was exhausted. I think that's what helped. By 2017, I was probably at my skinniest. Even after 2008, 2017, I didn't even weigh myself, but I was really thin. Because I hated looking at myself in the mirrors. I worked at a restaurant, and I don't know, I had my strength still, so I was like really strong, but freakishly skinny. And I actually got a boyfriend that year, and I ended up dumping him. Sorry, I feel bad because he didn't do anything. He was just innocent. I just wasn't wanting someone. I think that was probably part of just, I was kind of depressed, and I was like, I don't need this in my life right now. And he has a girlfriend now. Yay, good for him. Moving on. What is it gonna say? Oh yeah, what turned it around? Here we go. The year I started recovery, it happened around Christmas time of 2017, I believe. I want to say it was 17. It's kind of a blur. Anyway, what turned it around? This is what turned it around. This is what got me going. Besides me wanting to get better for my family, me wanting to get better for myself, and to prove God that I can do it, and this is actually what did it. And I was like, you know, that's kind of what helped me do it, is I got food poisoning from bad chicken from, stop. This little girl is bugging me. I love you so much, but Mama's filming. Go away. Anyway, I got food poisoning from bad chicken from Kroger. And of course I didn't realize it at the time, but oh gosh, I woke up throwing up. I was like, great, I'm trying to recover here, and my bangs look funny, and I'm throwing up. I was like, that's not good, because I'm just throwing up all this food that I ate, and the eating disorder was happy. It's like, oh my gosh, yay, that's not in your stomach anymore. And I was like, oh, that's not good, because I need that in my stomach, because I'm trying to recover, and I'm not going to recover if I keep throwing it up. Food poisoning, not fun. I called into work, and I actually had a puppy sitting job that week, and it was, like I said, it was around Christmas time, and I just wasn't feeling good. I wasn't able to eat very much. Again, I was like, my eating disorder was in high heaven, and I was not, because I'm like, I want to actually eat. And here's the weird thing that turned it around. Here's the weird thing that I had to do to feel better, was I had to drink ginger ale. And it wasn't diet ginger ale. So this one had calories in it, which I don't do. I never drink caloric drinks, sodas. For a long time we haven't. I've always drinking diet Coke, diet Right, diet something, carbonated water. But this time, in order to feel better, I had to drink that ginger ale, regular ginger ale. And I drank it, and I felt so good. I felt good drinking this regular drink that had sugar and carbs and calories in it, but it was making my insides feel better. And I was like, wow, you know, I feel really good. And the best part about it, I think, was because I didn't feel guilty about eating it. And that's the big thing about when you're anorexic and you do eat food, is you feel guilty. That you feel like, I shouldn't have eaten that. I should not have eaten that. Why did I eat that? The first thing you start doing is you start questioning, why in the heck did you eat that? Now you're going to have to do extra exercises. Now you're going to have to do 100 more jumping jacks. You know, it's like you start like going, oh my gosh, you know, now I'm going to do extra. You're guilty, you're bad. I didn't after drinking that diet, or that regular ginger ale. I felt good. And I drank several. Like, I didn't drink like a whole one at once. I had to take very small sips because I wasn't used to regular sugary sodas. That's just, they kind of make me ill. I'm being honest. I'm not afraid of them. It's just like, I don't like the feeling they give me. But I tell you what, I felt so good after drinking that ginger ale that I kept drinking them. I was like, oh, I need my ginger ale. I need my drink to make me feel better. Even after I felt better from food poisoning, I kept drinking them. And I was just like, man, this is so fun. This is what it's like. I can drink this. This is what it's like to not feel guilty after eating something with extra calories that I normally don't drink. This is what it feels like. It's like my mind kind of woke up as to like, look, you're going to be okay. Shh. What? Talk, Timothy? What? Oh gosh. Anyway. And after that, my mind, I felt like I was just, it was like an awe moment. I was excited to be drinking something different that had calories, and I was excited that I wasn't feeling guilty. And it was like, after that, I was like, oh, let me try something else. And I did, because the new thing I did was I would drink a sip or two before going to work. And I would never even think about eating or drinking anything before going to work. Even if it was like a couple hours after I ate breakfast, I could not eat or drink anything with calories in it before going to work. I could drink water, maybe a sip of a carbonated water or something, but I would not dare do anything like that. Oh, really. So then I started drinking a couple sips of the regular ginger ale before going to work. And I noticed I felt good. I felt like I had more energy. So you're telling me that drinking something that had calories and carbs and sugars and sodium and all that gave you energy. And you were able to work better. And you felt better. Maybe there's something in this stuff to drink or eat, you know, before going to work or just before anything. After that, it was like a light bulb, boing, just came on. I was like, what? So this is what it's like to feel normal. You know, this is feeling good. So then I kind of slowly, I slowly started incorporating other things. You know, if I didn't have a drink of my diet, didn't have a drink of my ginger ale, then I would have eaten, like, you know, some grapes. Even though that sounds like, you know, a total diet thing, you know, oh my gosh, grapes. You ate grapes and you're proud of that? Yeah, I am. Because when you're anorexic, you don't eat anything that's out of your routine. I mean, it has to be calculated. It has to be part of the routine that you're doing. It has to be like, I ate this, so I'm doing this exercise to you know, knock that off. I ate this, so I'm going to have to do that exercise. I'm going to do an extra exercise because I know I'm going out to eat. It's like, I'm telling you, that's an anorexic's mind. It's like constant movement, constant thinking about ways to get rid of certain calories after you eat them, calculating beforehand what you're going to eat tomorrow because you better do this exercise today because you won't have time. You know, it's like, whoa, my brain was in overdrive. But out of the, you know, spur of the moment, just eating something, whether it's 2 grapes, that's an accomplishment for someone who's going through eating disorder. That's a big accomplishment. And I would do that just in spite of me going, you know what, I'm going to do this because I want it. I want it. The eating disorder didn't. The brain, the other voice in here was totally like, don't eat that. No, you're not going to have any time to exercise at work to, you know, work that off. And I was like, I know. I just want to eat a grape. I want a couple grapes. And it kind of just escalated after that. as I'm trying to get detailed, but I don't want this video to be like 30 minutes long like the others, so it's probably gonna be like 25 minutes long. But it's possible. It's totally possible by doing the little things like that. I would totally, some people with eating disorders, anorexic, bulimia, whatever you're going through, some people, everyone's different, first of all, but some people are able to stop maybe cold turkey. Like, my dad was a smoker, and he stopped smoking cold turkey. He didn't have to do nicotine or anything. He was just like, yeah, I'm done. Boom. And some people are like that probably with eating disorders, too. Some people are like, I'm done with this. I'm just going to start eating. And they do it, and they're fine with that, and it works. Or, like some people are like, you know what? I'm tired of all this exercise. I'm going to stop exercising. And they completely stop. Nothing. And others, you can't do that because that causes stress, anxiety, and that brings on, what's it called? Relapses. Because that's what happened to me. I had a relapse, and it wasn't good, but then I recovered after the relapse. I had to take it slow. I had to still incorporate working out. I still did my routines. But what I did different was if I ate, sorry, my lips are chapped. If I ate something extra that wasn't part of my plan or my routine, I would not do an extra exercise to counterbalance, well, since I ate that apple, I got to do 100 jumping jacks extra. No, I'd be like, nah, I don't want to do that 100 jumping jacks extra. I just want to eat an apple, before breakfast or whenever I want to go in the kitchen and grab an apple and want to eat it. Then I did, and little things like that here and there. And I would change. Another thing, I'll get into this in another video about routines and how I changed them, but a big step for me was I lowered the routines because I was tired of doing an hour and a half workout every time before going to bed or waking up in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever. I went on YouTube and I found, little 10-minute exercises. Like, I can get a little exercise in 10 minutes, and it would be a healthy one because it's not going to be crazy, 1,000-calorie workout when I didn't even have that much to burn. It was just a simple workout, and these ladies, stay toned, stay in, be fit, stay active. I was like, okay, well, I can do that little 10-minute exercise. It's still doing something, still working out, but it's not going crazy with it. It's just like I took slow steps, and there's nothing wrong with taking it slow. I think it's actually more healthy for you because your body slowly adapts to your change, and your mind can slowly adapt and become stronger. When you do it slower like that, I believe your mind can actually handle it better. For some people, it's like my mind is so strong now because I went slow. But if I were to probably have done it at a fast pace or eaten too much at once or stopped working out, I think the anxiety might have taken over too much, and then I wouldn't be where I am now. I probably would have maybe still been 87 pounds and frail and ugly. Shh. Shh. Hush. But that's basically some of my story. I'll be doing more relatable content, shorter videos, talk about what I eat, how I eat, when I eat, where I eat, do I exercise still, how are my bodily functions working now, an update on kind of how I'm feeling now. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's Valentine's Day. And I'm mad no one got me chocolate. I love chocolate. And a little food for thought, if you're watching this and you made it to the very end, and maybe you're not anorexic, maybe you are anorexic. I'm tired of people thinking that anorexics hate food. Maybe some do, but most anorexic people absolutely love food. We really do. We love cooking it, we love smelling it, we love eating it when we can. The fact is that the eating disorder mindset is that you can't eat it. You love it, but you're just not privileged to eat it. So don't think anorexic people hate food. At least I didn't, because I wanted my food. That's why I was so happy when I got to eat. But guess what, guys? I'm recovered now. Oh. Sorry. I'm recovered now, and I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling absolutely happy and healthy and energetic all the time. And you can get there too. All you gotta do is get that mindset, get your mind set in a way that you want to recover. You want to be happy again, and you want to eat food. Like, I'm gonna go eat food here in just a little bit because I got dinner to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna eat something because I love eating. And you should too. Enjoy eating, enjoy living, be happy, and recover. Because recovering is possible. Totally 100% possible. You do not have to go to an inpatient center and, pay thousands beyond thousands of dollars for people who haven't ever been through anorexia just to go like, eat this, eat that, sit there, we're gonna watch you and make you all anxious while you stuff this down your throat, and we're watching you in your room so you don't exercise. It's like, I couldn't even imagine doing that. That would be absolutely horrible. So I did it on my own, and it's totally possible. I would love to be the one that helps you out and help you get through this, because I am living proof that it can be done in a very healthy way too. Okay, well, I guess I've said enough. So with that said, guys, I'm hungry and I'm gonna go eat.